Welcome to episode 40 of our Football Manager Hobo to Hero playthrough thingy. Something. So, things didn't go that well recently. Let's have a look. We lost to Penang yesterday. We had a friendly in between. We lost to Kuching, our local rival. So, that's no good. But the attendance in the stadium was nice. We won against KL Rovers, we lost to Selangor, we won a friendly, we lost to Johor DT, we lost a friendly, facing Sarawak, and we won this one match. So overall, I think in aggregate things are bumpy, to say the least. It's not going well. Transfer window's coming up. I can probably just show you here. Here we go. So we have two friendlies coming up. The transfer window opens right before the match against Kelantan. That would be the target for today. This episode might be a slow one though, because the transfer window's coming up and I really want to deal with some stuff. You know me, I'm always open for a deal. And well, with the opening of the transfer window, I guess the important stuff will come up here. Because at this point I will probably buy a scouting package again and try to find an additional player here and there. I might not be successful, but it's worth the investment most likely. On the other hand, there's a few things that I can do immediately, I think, up here. There's, well, I'll go through the squad, I think. That makes sense. So, we gave Ebok Jackstel a new contract. I can probably do this from the perspective of the squad planner. Yeah, that's more likely. Okay, so we have a goalkeeper. This goalkeeper doesn't perform well. For some weird reason, the attributes are somewhat fine. He's just not fit to bring it to the pitch. Well, we can somewhat see that here. His average rating is 6.67. That's not as bad as I imagined, to be honest. But his recent form at 6.5, and that's well within margin of error, I guess. I still would have expected more. It might come down to the lack of command of area, or maybe some of the mentals. Then again, he's 28. I don't know. No potential or no potential. If we give him some time, maybe he'll be fine. These two will leave the club. So for current season, I will not. Well, he will retire, so he'll be there for the rest of the season. He'll be gone in a week. I'll throw him out, which means here he is. I will put him into the under-21s, just so he doesn't pollute the senior squad anymore. Is this part of a mentoring group? Sure. He was part of a mentoring group. Let's see, can we find somebody else that has no traits whatsoever and might benefit from it? Like, he has traits there. Zakaria for sure not. We'll put in Nazarudin. Doesn't matter much. So, none of these have traits if I'm not mistaken. That said, the entire group will go out the window. I can see that immediately here. Because Chongai King's hurt, and he will be gone too. In a second. So, forget about the whole group. That's it. Two less, at least for now. Yeah, thank you very much, go away. So there's that. We will have a new signing in the goalkeeper position, and we pay him 95 per week, currently. He'll come at the end of the season though, is that correct? Yeah, at the end of his contract. No, end of his contract is at the end of June, so yeah. Something in between. And most likely he'll be second option. That said, he's fairly pro. Sadly prone to injury. The attribute profile doesn't look that impressive. I really brought him in for the personality. I thought he was a good backup. Just for the personality. But then again, maybe he develops or something. He's 25 though, so no big hopes for that. There it is. Hi. I was looking for the sticker and I'm like, what? Where is it? I changed the color a little bit. Also, welcome to the stream, Jaron Knowledge. It's not really much better though. Well, if I switch the screen, maybe. Not really. One can somewhat see it, right? We need something wide. Now it's gone. Well, work. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, but I mean, it's not a sticker color though. Yeah, it's a sticker color. It's not a stamp color though. Maybe I'll do it. I can change the color to whatever you want. Let me put it that way. Probably not bright yellow though. Otherwise, I will die of ice burned out or something. So if you wanted to, I can maybe do some sort of very light gray or white. It'll take me 5 minutes. I just won't do it on stream now. So yeah, I can do that. Happily, I might add. What's going on here? Okay. So he'll come in. He'll be here in a few. Ishak. I do not think we need Ishak anymore. I'm really sorry, but we barely played him. He's on a 6.9 rating for some reason this season, so no complaints there. Then again, he barely made an appearance. And we still have a youngster in the under 19s that might benefit from the odd appearance here and there in the first team, but he'll never get there. So let's compare him actually to the youngster in the under 19s. I want to see if there's any difference between the two at all, from perspective of skill level. Oh, don't worry, I will. And I realize you said otherwise, but well, I have arguments for that. So, the assumption is that Zainal Abidin is really bad in comparison to Ishak even, sadly. On the other hand, if we never give him playing time, he will never develop. Ishak's one of these cases where, well, let's just say I'm disappointed that he never developed. But if we look at the development in here, then again, he never really had a chance, did he? But I think we should see this from the perspective of cost of opportunity. We have Badrul Hisham, who's better, but doesn't develop much either. And we will have a new transfer coming in here, Mr. Nizam, who plays for free. And well, in comparison to Ishak, I think he's a tiny bit better. So he'll be there in a while. Is this a permanent transfer? No, it's a loan. It's a loan. That's just something for the season. So for sure, though, Ishak can go. We might keep him for the next matches. I don't know who you are. Oh, he's the guy with armed forces. Yeah. Well, definitely not one for the list here. Nada Mustafa. Or this one. I don't know. They seem to be random trial lists that were with us at some point. Great. This is why I hate trials. Then again, I misused them, so what can you do? Carrier doesn't belong here. No, the season is not completed. We are, well, the transfer window is pretty close. We have 2 friendlies and 1 match, and the transfer window opens prior to the next match. So I thought I need to sort things. And I guess it goes towards the argument here for getting rid of the non-contract players. So there's players in this squad, like say Dicky or Ishak, that I keep around because they're on non-contracts. This even extends to Chuchu. Where the hell is he? Oh, he's probably here. This even extends to Chuchu. Chuchu's in straight decline. There's no doubt about it anymore. And we don't play him enough to somewhat help with that. But really, if we look at the performances, there's no reason to play him anymore. Looking at the progress, I do not think we need to look specifically at inverted winger, but I will do it. Well, there's... I think we're done here, right? He might improve a little bit on the mental side and on the technical side, but the physical side is so much in decline. Either he becomes a playmaker all of a sudden with his whopping 4 points of passing, or I don't know what to do with him. He's, I don't know, attacking midfielder in Gansh maybe, but it's too late to learn that. DLP maybe? Nah. I don't know. Is there any role that requires mentals and first touch and technique, but no passing? I don't think there is. I guess the defensive winger is still a thing for him, theoretically. Because he still has some acceleration and stamina, but that'll be gone in a bit. Also, he's not exactly known for his defensive skill set. So, yeah, to a degree, even Chuchu. All of these pollute the squad because they're around and they require some attention in training. So, this is my major argument here. I think we have some development on other players. Let me just show you. We'll just look into the individual training and look at rock bottom. So this is Amran. Amran is in a double role as a director of football. So I cannot really fire him, but from a pure replacement perspective, this is rubbish. Like, he doesn't deserve to be part of the squad anymore. I don't know. He's here because he's director of football for €6 a week. So no complaints there. Jafar? Jafar is here for mentoring purposes. And I blame myself for this one. To be honest, I think it's rubbish. Because Jafar is a casual. He barely plays. I do not really want to play him. He has a trait that I want on central defenders, but not on anyone else. And to be honest, we don't play his playing type anyway. We might play his type in shadow striker position, but he doesn't know how to dribble. Okay, I don't know, somewhere else. Let's say we re-educate him on the left wing as an inverted winger. No. Up front, well, I think he trains as a deep-lying forward or something. But might do with pressing forward, maybe. Then again, I don't know. We would need to play with a poacher, and playing a poacher I wouldn't use him because his anticipation is shit. So, also, he will not develop, not with that personality. And it'll take another 10 years to get him somewhere. So, in the end, I think this is just a bad decision on my behalf. Either we play him all the time or we don't play him at all, and I think I will decide to not play him at all. So, we'll move him to the under-19 squad and he can rest there. And do whatever he does best. Nothing. Going back to the squad planner, so striker position is pretty easy. I think Elbokchak still plays most of the time, and Azamudin is too old to play. He'll be around the squad for the rest of the season because I cannot get rid of him anymore. I mean, I guess I can try to... No, I cannot. What's going on here? Transfer window's closed, so I guess I cannot offer anyone for loan anywhere. But he'll retire anyway. We could maybe try to go for mutual termination here. I'm not sure. Or offer a new contract for even lower wages. Or not. It was worth a try. He's too old to be re-educated as some sort of playmaker thing or anything, so he will not help there either. But maybe we'll play him for a match. I also recently noticed one thing. Dot here doesn't know how to play striker. And even though Dot, he's above average susceptible to injury in general, he just returned from having his abs torn or something, I think. So for now it says he's very susceptible to injury. Yeah, an abdominal strain he had. But Dort is the tallest player in our squad. Did you know that? So, as a result, he has 14 points of jumping reach and no heading skill whatsoever. On the other hand, that's still okay-ish as a secondary striker. He also can do his core positions, obviously. And if worst comes to it, he might also do as a playmaker, right? In fact, not only if worst comes to it, but he might do from the bench. So he basically can compete for 3 positions in the squad. For a lone player, that's not too bad. He barely played recently, but there is an argument to be made here that the 20-year-old might not be the worst idea to have around, right? So I'll most likely keep him and slap him in here, because I think he belongs here. What the hell? Oh yeah, he counts as a midfielder, sure. Ugh. Where's Dort? That's shortlist, never mind. Thought so, it was a bit much. There we go. So, there's Dort. So that leaves us with 2 players, effectively, because Asamuddin I don't really count. In fact, I don't know, I'll throw him out. Right? This is what I think is viable for the next time, next time. There's another route in here, I think he's the primary option, and there's Dort as a secondary option, and this one is a new signing that will come in, and he'll be around the squad. So we have 3 guys here. Nazarudin will not be kept long term. I think it's a fair assessment that, first of all, we don't want him long term. In the short term he did well, but I wouldn't want to bet on it, that it continues, given the lack of consistency. But overall, for now, he's doing really well. So let's keep him. But in the long term, I think Ahmad is the one I'm going for. I signed him for the personality, and maybe in 2 or 3 years he can finally develop to something useful. That said, in comparison to Jafar that I just threw out of the senior squad, I think he has more potential, hopefully. Okay, that covers attacking midfielder section. Right winger. This guy's coming in, I think. Or not. Never mind. He was on trial with us, we cannot really afford him. Well, we could, but I do not want to afford him, I think. So I'll throw him out here. We have 2 options here. It will remain that way. Maybe Hammer is more important than Baru. Maybe we'll find a replacement here, but overall I think I'm happy with this. It's not fantastic, but I don't want to afford more. Here we have a transfer arranged. Christopher. So Christopher is better than Samri, at least on paper. Or they are very similar. It's yet another loan. We can still argue that maybe it pollutes the squad too much and he doesn't bring much to the table. To be honest, I'm not sure. He is fairly consistent and he relishes big matches. Summary, not much to say. They are a bit different. Both of them are inverted wingers, if I'm not mistaken. He's right-footed, same as him. Yeah. There's 1 player too much here. So we could loan out Harsey. Is that an option? Actually. He signed a new contract recently, so he doesn't want to leave. Great. So that's not gonna happen. We have a ton of options here. I guess it's fair to say that most of these don't belong here. Neither do you. Not him. Zakaria would be okay-ish, but really, there's only McManamy that belongs here. Who will sign on a permanent transfer? If I can find him. There. There's that. And we have 3 ball-winning midfielders here, and strictly speaking, we play one of them. Zakaria. So one of these 2 is obsolete. We don't really need him, do we? Well, this is wrong. We don't play Jeffrey here. I think it's Carrier here. And on the other side, it's either Jeffrey or... Find it? The free. Ah. There's too many players on the shortlist. So this is no good. Safri can leave as soon as we have a replacement. On the left defensive side, Dickie's obsolete. Like, personality or no personality, it's done. So, what does this tell us? Well, these all are somewhat needed. Tzamri might just be replaced by whoever we signed as a replacement. I think his name is Christopher. Dort might actually be used as a striker, in case we don't find anyone else, but we can just always end alone, right? There's a contest to be had between Abba and Rusty for the second ball-winning midfielder slot. But really, the first slot goes to Zakaria. Then again, it's probably a good idea not to waste him in every single match. So, yeah. Maybe we can make a deal and keep both of them here, but we might need to end one loan. In case one of the two hurts themselves, he's out. There's like, I don't know, 12 matches left or something. That didn't count. It's 14. Rosti as a replacement here on the left is fine, and these two are needed too. In fact, Pakrula didn't develop much recently. That's actually disappointing. Jeffrey, on the other hand, for some reason develops. I think we've been here yesterday. It's still... I realized that we gave him a lot of time on the pitch, but it's still pretty interesting. So, I don't know. Would he be interested in a transfer? I don't know if I want to. He's also very susceptible to injury, so... Yeah, I'd rather not. And then there's the non-contract players. So if we throw the no-contract players out of the club too, all of a sudden our squad will be, I don't know, how many is it? Let's count the ones that would remain, right? So, he's manager, I think. He's director of football. He's manager. Yeah. These two will remain because they have non-playing roles. Carrier will remain, Safri will remain. So that's 4. Dickie won't. He will. 5, 6, 7. He's not really needed. And he started complaining anyway. So, not him. Chuchu will probably be gone, meme or no meme. So, still 7, and Azamuddin I don't really count. 8. He's gone. 9, 10, 11, 12. He was in no group whatsoever. So either we loan him out or we just throw him out. Long shots or no long shots. Or was I 12? 13, 14, 15, 16. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So that would see us with 22 players. I think that's reasonable. In comparison, we had like 30 at the start of the stream. And I think it goes to the detriment of basically everything. We have low sharpness for that, because we don't play the same players all the time. Or too many different players. Oh, well, how's it going? Not bad. I call it a success. So, do I throw them out immediately? That's a question. Because they will not be needed other than for the friendly. Carrier? No, elbow chuck still. You're in China, right? Perfect. Good luck with that. You know his strengths and weaknesses. His off-the-ball movement is a bit off. Otherwise, he's fine. That's probably a bad idea. Hi, welcome back to Didgeridoo. Welcome back to the stream. Yeah, we will attend that meeting and I will skip all of this. Skip to recommended players, we will do that later. It's fine. Fingers crossed for elbow chuck still. Always. The universe must be mocking me. Thank you. I have the result right here. Thank you very much. Holy shit. That's 2 to 3 months. Not funny, Mies. Not funny at all. 2 to 3 months. 2 months is... Ooh, there's this large gap here. We might be in some sort of luck. So... he might be available facing Kuala Lumpur earliest. Maybe against Pahang. Most likely, though, for the last 5 matches of the season. Cool. Elbow chuck still. Mies managed to break his ribs. I blame it on Mies. He encountered him in a match in his safe in China, and apparently he broke his ribs immediately. It happened like 5 seconds after. Jafar's out of the team. I don't want him in the squad anymore. Specialist it is. I will not have a casual in my squad. Holy fuck. 7 and 10 weeks. It is. But it's also worth it. We'll talk to him. Yeah, good luck, man. So, it seems like either Azamudin will be needed, or we need to play Dot. As a result, I will change his training position immediately. Put him on target forward. Well, the game must be confused. That or there's no interconnection after all, I don't know. Twitch says I should run an ad break. Well, if that's the case, sure, we'll do that. I need to scream at a wall or something. BRB. Did it work? He's still injured. Where is he? Yeah, well, it seems like he is. So it didn't work. Apparently, can't he just play through a broken rib? It can't be that hurtful, can it? In comparison to the rest of the league, that's still good enough, probably. Playing with a broken rib. Then again, I don't know if that works for that long. Might be really dangerous. Says we should make Choo Choo our captain. I disagree. Carrier is now delighted with his performance because he had one good performance because he scored. Yeah. So the last match, which we lost, by the way, was not due to Carrier being on the pitch. Just putting it out there. Did they have? No, they didn't have their friendly yet. Let them play their friendly. I guess the good part about this injury is it happened at a time that we do not play that many matches. So maybe we can deal without him. Maybe. Yeah. There's not much of an alternative. Well, Azamudin's there. But I think it will be Dodd. And if Dodd had lower susceptibility to injury, I would very much like to keep him here for long term, but the way it is right now, no way. Alright. No. I will not have a central defender that can't jump. I know he's fast enough, and, well, no heading either. I don't like him. Ismail. It's considered an inside forward. He's not even that expensive. The problem is we don't really need him. If I compare this to Baru, for example, I think Baru is better. He might be a bit slower, but yeah. So, Baru's cheaper. Let's put it that way. I still think Baru is better because he's already around. And I don't want Ismail. Like, I'm not opposed to the idea, but I don't want him. Not now. We don't need him. This could be interesting in other circumstances. Where the hell is he? But I don't want to afford that anyway. So, not interested. Safri from Perak. That's cool and all, but we have two players in that position and I'm happy with them. So, go away. Rosie. Same. Usury. Again, a player with Perak? No. Not interested, thank you. 26-year-old striker here. I mean, I guess we could use a striker. But one with 3 points of strength, I have my doubts. And also, I can't really afford it. His contract runs out, so fuck that, no. Never ever. And then there's Mr. Mut Asfrul Farish Asman. I think we do not need to talk about this. And there's a Sarawak person. We have 3 players as option for the left wing going forward, so I think that's enough. In fact, that's one too many. Shouldn't have signed the last one. And well, just to put that out there, in case there's a lack of players for a position, feel free to force me to play a player that is from the under-19s or the under-21s instead. Feel free to force me not to sign anyone. Because I tend to rely on specialists too much, rather than playing a player in a different position here and there. I think we should do that. So the friendly went well. For now. Nobody heard. Let's hope it stays that way. There's match practice here. I think we can probably ignore that. Don't do match practice, please. You can do... I don't know. I guess you can do overall training here. Maybe that. Yeah, that makes more sense. That's better. Maybe switch these. So these are both under heavy match load. We'll keep Dicky for the friendly. And afterwards, we also need to decide if we want to throw somebody like Choo Choo out. I think it does make sense at this point. He's done with the fans too. Like, they really love him, but I had a look at it earlier. Let's see. Where is it? Performance squad? Here. So they are really disappointed with Mod Charlene, as am I. They do like Carrier for the goal scored, so I guess he will play for a second time. And they are somewhat happy with Mazrin as well as Jeffrey. Okay, Badrul Hisham, not so much. But the right back position will be, we'll get a replacement once the transfer window opens. So that's fine. There's not much to say about the rest. And well, some of these players like Ishak and Dicky, they can go. Safri probably too, but he's emergency backup anyway. Here, this is all more or less known. Nazarudin, Ankun, and Hammer are somewhat okay, and then it goes nowhere. Choo Choo's on a C- here. The supporters feel Choo Choo is doing okay, although they are unsure he deserves his current standing in the squad. Yeah, I agree. In fact, he doesn't deserve to be here at all. That, or we give him a new contract, but he retired from full-time football anyway. And he wants to be a scout, and he's shit at it. And then there's Azamuddin and Elbakchak still. So Azamuddin has played better than the fans expected he would. Yeah, that's probably due to the last result in the friendly. Otherwise, he's not in good form, but maybe he will cover for Elbakchak still now. And yeah. Elbakchak still sadly broke a rib, so that's not good. I don't know. So what does this tell us? Well, there's some options here that I barely played. I can probably throw them out. Let's wait after the friendly though. In Germany they say dein Wort in Gottes Ohr. So maybe. Is it similar? Your word in God's ear? That's not an English saying, is it? This goalkeeper seems to be cheap. We like cheap. We do not like this goalkeeper though. Thanks. I don't think we need any of these. Terrier has a tight cough. Great. Okay, let's look into their training performances, why not? As always. So, Jeffrey continues to train well. I'm not sure if this is new development, but in general I think we can be very happy with him. How is his match load though? Heavy. High susceptibility to injury. Ankun, very similar. Didn't expect that, but the mentals go up. So he might just reach a level where he can finally influence the game the way we wanted it. That said, his balance is really low. Yeah. And that'll not change, he's 25. Rosti. Given Mazrin's recent performances, I think Rosti will need to play at some point. McMenemy does develop. He increased his dribbling and his balance recently, so I like that. He'll come in on a permanent transfer now. Sadly, he's susceptible to injuries, so no additional training here. We gotta be careful with him. RC does well. So yeah, that's fine. Zakaria played a lot. The training level for him I don't think is that good, but it's alright. Safri, in fact, trained well. Probably because we played him last match. Badrul Hisham, well, And then now we're getting into the territory where it might be a good idea to talk to them, but it might not be. So I think I'll take a pass here. Don't do that. Under 21's barely anyone to talk to. This is good. Who are you? A fairly loyal left back that needs to learn his position. Alright. Well done. Farida Mat trains as a shadow striker. That seems appropriate. And does again as a left back with no dribbling skill whatsoever. But he trained reasonably well. No use talking about it though. Can we cope with the next? Well, maybe not with the friendly. Injury susceptibility is now high. It says fairly. Well, so I guess the question is, can we cope with this match without Lee Choi-kin? Because he's pissed, his morale drags down the rest of the squad. I don't like it. And to be frank, he declined ever since we signed him. In any position. Or any role. Yeah. That's not much. Why can't we terminate that loan? Cannot be cancelled outside the transfer window. Somebody remind me, please, that we cancel his loan right at the start of the transfer window. Alright, 1-1, that's fine. They can do that friendly. And I will need to have a 30-second break. And afterwards, maybe we can concentrate on the match. Well, not yet. There's the transfer window first. So, BRB. Okay. I must have imagined things. So, what do you guys think? Is a smaller squad a better squad? From the perspective of dynamics, maybe, and also, I don't know, personalities, social groups. Maybe that helps. Still lacking sharpness. Does this matter at all, or does the assistant manager play just anyone? Does he ignore this? With money for sure, yes, that's true. Let me have a look at this. I don't care about that. We played a 4-1 against Mix. Hammer. Azamuddin, Baru. Hammer. Hammer is in the starting 11, yeah. What is an instant result skin, though? Is this the only thing it changes? But he did play, apparently, the starting 11 that I selected. Dickie's injured. Fantastic. And we lost the match against Sarawak. We can have a look here. This is a great report. What the hell? What's going on here? This is new. I never encountered this. Apparently we are on mobile now. So... yeah. Dickey Safri, Carrier, Amran. That is the way it should be. This is what we set up. Yeah, but it's the same here. So I don't think it matters. Other than I do not have to click a button. Alright. Well, good to know, isn't it? So, 5 days until Kelantan. Throw everybody out of here. Honest question. Do you think we need to keep Choo-Choo? No, we'll do this the other way. Charon is not around, he will hate me for this. So, okay, sorry towards Charon immediately. Alright. Yeah, Choo-Choo's the first one that comes up though. Choo-Choo's on a non-contract. Choo-Choo doesn't play well. He is considered to be the team leader though. Well, this is a good result, isn't it? Choo-Choo is considered to be the team leader. For whatever reason. Doesn't play though. Shall we keep an off-the-pitch leader? To not disrupt this thing too much, or is he more of a hindrance than a help? That's probably too much of a disruption, isn't it? I hate these decisions. Okay, so I guess we keep Choo-Choo just for his mentality thing. But we need to demote him at some point. Can we give him a new contract? He wants to have a staff role anyway, at the end of the season. I don't know, maybe he works for €5 a week. I don't think so, but he might. And we can give him a staff role immediately, then... Immediate. At the 1st January of 1900. Choo-Choo's a vampire, I think. Seeing that. So that's news to me. No, let's make it immediate here. I just want to see. He wants to work as scout for free. I'm not kidding. Well, for free? I mean, he has 2 points of player ability and judging player potential. So... This is trash, obviously. Then again, he works for free. Yeah, I will do that. this can't be real. Then again, we do not have a scouting department. Like, I literally scratched the whole scouting package. So this is actually really great, because it allows me to keep a scout as an excuse in case we have a scouting package in the future. But for now, he's employed. The only problem is I need to fire a scout that is actually any good. So that's bad. Then again, this is this is immediately. Yep. So much for Choo-Choo. So we can keep him around actually, and the meme doesn't get obsolete. Not yet anyway. I actually wanted to fire him. But, you know. There's even a scouting slot open. I do not have to fire anyone. Perfect. Let's skip through these. Dodd will be around, Baru will be around, Hammer, McManamy, him I will fire in 3 days. Rusty and Abba, we can still decide if we want to keep one or both. I guess, given that we played Zakaria, one of the two might leave. Which one, though? I'm not convinced either way, for now. Maybe we'll throw out both and bring in someone else. Mazran is our player and will be here. The one with the broken rib, I think. Elbow chuck still. I'll show you in a second. Dicky is a resolute player, and that's why I kept him all the time, but really there's nothing here. We don't play him. He doesn't really help. Baru is the star. Baru is an emergency backup, so I will fire Dicky. Get out the door. And I will do the same with the long shots guy. I've had enough of this. He's 22 now. We can bring in 18-year-olds with that skill level, so bye. Maybe we can, and if we can't, well then... Yeah, but here's the long shot guy. There's nothing else about him. So, he's gone. And in fact, he never really made an appearance, I think. Badrul Hisham still plays for us and is on a non-contract. The problem is I cannot really replace him, not yet. But I think his last contract demands were, I don't know. Yeah, but I'm not that fond of determination anyway. And I will also fire Ishak. Bye. Let's keep this a little tighter. I would get rid of Aris and Amran, but this will sort itself. So Amran, he's 33. For some reason he didn't decide to retire just yet. He still wants to remain director of football. And well, he's a good director of football for €6 a week. So maybe we can keep him as a full-time director of football. Staff role only, maybe? Nope. Still wants to be emergency backup. It's €6. Everything is in euros. I'm from Europe. Not from that island to the north. We have a regular currency here that, well, it also devalues. But, you know. At least we don't vote to fuck up our own country. Yeah, at some point we did. To be fair, we do fuck up our own country too. Just like everyone does in Europe. But that's just what democracies do, right? I don't know. How do they say? Democracy is not a good system. It's the best system of a bunch of really bad systems. But there is no good system. I don't know, I'm not a politician. Luckily. That said, I talk like one. Way too much. Without saying anything. That's not bad. Then isn't it we vote for the wolves that will eat us? For which wolf to eat us or something? That would make more sense. So they'll be tough to beat and they play tiki-taka, extreme pressing, blah blah blah. I think I remember some sort of quote like that. Also, I need a Coke. So we'll play Kelantan. Kelantan plays Sarangor today? Oh, in the cup. So maybe they are a bit tired. That would be wonderful. Let's scout this. Maybe there's some additional know-how from that. Okay, they lost. This is fantastic. This doesn't come with a match. So we'll do overall no match. And I will slap in a friendly here on Sunday. If I can... When is this? In 2 weeks, thank you. Sunday, 8th of June. Here. Look at that. There's a ton of time for elbow chuck still to recover. Also, now I can finally say that it was worth the money to buy a new CPU and a new motherboard. Because, well, this will process in no time, and otherwise we would have waited for an hour. Great. Where did I put the Coke? I know this is really what you came for, but I cannot stream like this. This will not happen. So, yeah, we will use this. The good message is, for whatever 30 seconds ad break you endure now, we will not have one, you know, around the match. So, there's a limited amount. I take that as an excuse. Also, Azamud and Zil. BRB. I seriously had to walk all the way to the kitchen. The things I do. So, we will need to have a second glance at the squad now. Also, I need to fire that South Korean guy. Now that the transfer window will open at some point. And then maybe there will be offers for additional loans, or maybe we can find another youth signing. You know, within limits, like one, maybe. Depends. Talking about 14 matches. So, preferably somebody that is with good versatility, I think they say. That would be great. Transfer window has started. Will there be any deals in the coming weeks? Sure. I'm always looking for deals. Also, thank you very much for being around. You have been... Oh, we can sign him on a permanent basis. I guess his low susceptibility to injury is a plus. And he has two traits that are okay-ish on him. But then... What would I use him for? No. But the transfer window just opened. What is happening? Alright. So, we now have a right back. One. And we have the non-contract guy as a replacement. So this is the new one. And as long as he doesn't hurt himself, which might just happen, we will play Ahmad Nizam. Probably his father's name again, but whatever. We will do it like this. One of the goalkeepers left, so that's a positive. He's unregistered, we need to do this later. We will play Carrier here. Does he train? Yeah, trains as a central defender. Fakrullah did well, but we don't really need to play him if we have a known player. I think I like Jeffrey, even though he's susceptible to injury. This is usually Masvin's position, so we'll keep it at that. This would be Zakaria. This is Ankun. Who asked about the star player previously? Was it you, did you? Yeah, you did. So, you want to see them? Yes, okay, alright. Star player go. So, we have one star player. The star player, well, formally speaking, he's star player, right? We renegotiated his contract recently. This is our star player. This is Elbuk Chuckstill. We bought him from China. He's 25. He takes a lot of money. For us, that is a lot of money. And, well, he doesn't know how to speak Malay yet. So, our congratulations for his injury probably went unnoticed. Come to think of it. Biggest concern with him, other than the broken rib, is his mental department. Whilst he is somewhat strong for Malay standards, Malaysian standards, I guess, Malaysian league standards, you know, he's also probably somewhat strong in comparison to the rest of the Malaysian population, come to think of it. At least according to Football Manager. Yeah. Well, the skill in our team in general is too low. So, don't be excited just yet. He's, according to the report here, it says he's a decent player for most Liga Super sides. So, this is, you know, practice the understatement, please. The biggest concern with him is anticipation and decision making. So, basically, attacking movement. If we include the off-the-ball movement, which isn't good either. Also, his bravery just went down for obvious reasons, because, well, let's not elbow check him anytime soon, okay? So, the good part is he scored 9 in 12 appearances. For a target forward that is not that tall and not that much of a header, with, well, that he doesn't do really good heading. He does tolerable heading. There's whistling in the apartment. This always happens. Well, so we also saw in the matches that he really has a hard time positioning himself in the correct manner in attacking movement. So not positioning, but attacking movement. And as a result, even though he gets to the ball, his heading is misplaced due to his bad position. So the argument basically goes, if he would be better positioned for a good header from time to time, his bad heading wouldn't count that much. But in the end, I think we will go with the weakest attribute here. Like, this is circular reasoning. He did score 9 in 12 though. I think it was 9 in 10 and then, well, didn't go well. Then there's Norman Ankun. Norman Ankun is considered an important player. We do play him as a deep-lying playmaker. The balance is shit though. On the other hand, he knows how to run. But, well, there was an option to play with a central midfielder on attack. Or something. That would work. But who knows, we might go back to that formation, to be honest. That said, we play him as a playmaker these days, and looking at the history, 2 assists in 10 appearances. Again, mental department. Like, the balance is also a concern, but as a deep-lying playmaker, this balance matters if he is challenged. I guess. If he is challenged off the ball whilst receiving the ball, that makes sense. So I googled that today, actually, right after work. I googled that, and balance is basically the attacking version of strength. If that makes sense. Somebody phrased it that way in the SI community, in the SI community forum. So strength is considered to be the attribute to contest. I don't know, the ball on a physical side. Maybe if you are on the attacking side, I think if you are the attacking player, and balance is the defensive attribute. If I got that correctly. obviously there is an interchange or a relationship between the two, so you need both. But for example, strength can be very useful to shield the ball. But if you want to do some movement on the ball, then balance all of a sudden is important. But it clearly says here it's on and off the ball. So, but the argument goes, Ankun probably doesn't need that much balance because he will rarely be challenged on the ball playing in defensive midfield. It might happen, and then we have a bad time. What? Why buy? You don't want to tell me that you pay money for him, Mies. Well, do you want to use him as a register? Depends. How's your tactic? Can you include him? Does he improve the team? Okay. I guess that's a big amount of money. I don't know. It depends. Does he bring something to your club that you are missing right now? And is he the best option? So we will put him on inverted winger duty. That's not horrible. Mahan signed Jong Ai King. Very happy he was sold, he wasn't of a required standard. Very happy he was, perfect. Ahmad. Yeah, so, Mies maybe put a picture of him on the Discord. I cannot determine, well, we cannot determine that. So maybe put it in the general chat. Because, yeah. That's what it's for. And then we can have a look at it and, I don't know, have ideas about it. Alright. I will... So either we register him for the under-21s. Let him play there. He will for sure get some playing time down there. There's nobody else in this squad. Or we bring him to the senior squad immediately. But I think I will go with the under-21s option. That's what we signed him to play in the senior squad at some point. He's from Brunei, by the way. Not that it matters much. Also, I think he had low susceptibility to injury, below average at least. I will put him on free kick taking training. He has 8 points already. We could use that. Even in a senior squad. That's all good. Who's Umar? Okay. A central defender with 1m66. This fairly determined group doesn't need to exist anymore. Well, and this is rubbish too. There's no... I fired a Resolute player, so... That's not a thing anymore. We do have a fairly professional goalkeeper now, though. Don't we? Oh no, he'll come in at the end of the season. Never mind. Where's the transfers? Okay, not at the end of the season. In a month. Can any of you think of a particular position that needs strengthening? Have a look, won't we? Striker is done. We have attacking midfielders in all positions. Well, personally, I don't know Tsingtsi or any 43-year-old, so I have no idea. We should register a few players. Let's register these two. Well, but 43 might be really old. But let's say they, like, I don't know. Mises, what did he say? 4-2-3-1. So in a 4-2-3-1, let's say he plays him as a register. And maybe he has really great technicals and really great mental attributes, and a register doesn't need physicals. Not much. He just needs to stand around and play those killer balls. That's what he's there for. The rest of the squad will cover the rest. So as a result, it might be a good idea to have him around, because nobody else can play those really long, great killer balls and have the overview of what happens on the pitch. So he might sign a 43-year-old really good leader. Basically, inferior version of Andrea Pirlo in his later stages of the game. I think there's an argument to be made that it might work, but that depends on a lot, and well, primarily the attributes. Who knows? Maybe he's a model citizen and has really great attributes, or I don't know, he's a slack and he's shit. Can go either way. This player would be cheap, it says. Yeah, I can see why. I mean, 7 points of strength is probably a positive here. And he could actually be... No, not really. Right. Then again, this is probably the amount of money that we can offer for players. But Roque Santa Cruz is a name that I can recall at least. Didn't know he still played. So what was the result? Did it go well? Roque was fantastic. Yeah. He even got his own song by a band that I don't like much, but he was great. What? Oh. Well, now we're talking. Yes, he's fairly susceptible to injuries. $35 to $45? Is this true, or is this true starting report? No. I mean, I guess the transfer value is really bad. He is considered to be fairly consistent, though. We could use a second defensive midfielder to get rid of the two that we have on loan right now. Well, we don't need him immediately. But at the end of the season, if there's nobody else around, if I compare this to Zakaria, if I can find him. Okay, Zakaria's better. Fair enough. Still, could be worse. I think this is a case of a shortlisting. What's going on with all of these players all of a sudden being willing to play for us? Okay. Yeah, I'm not that impressed by him. And again, a Penang striker. That's not the kind of striker we're looking for. Sorry. Okay. We will play Kelantan. I will trust the assistant manager. Yeah, in my league here. Not that I know of. I mean, aging players we have a ton. It's not like they don't exist. Like a 40-year-old Singaporean striker that didn't want to come in on trial, last I remember. So I have no idea about his skill set. There's also a few others. So Chaya Celan I will not offer a trial to. I know Chaya Celan. He's been with us, and let's just say he's done. Quick. What about a 35-year-old left back from Bissau Guinea? I think he didn't want to come. Last time I offered a trial to him. He considered himself to be superior. Oh. This is new. 34-year-old guy from Iran? Where's he from? Oh, he did play in Malaysia. That's not even a bad team. That said, he's 34 now, so... Not sure about that. We also have a Welsh and a Romanian guy. Sure, why not? Let's offer trials. To random older players. No. But there is an argument to be made from an economic perspective. For example, to sell Ankun if we can. Like, it's not like I hate Ankun, yeah? Let's be fair. But Ankun costs money, and Ankun's mentals and his technical skill is fine. But he doesn't have the balance, and his mentals are a bit off for a playmaker-ish type. I would prefer a real playmaker, preferably with good character and maybe even with some consistency, who knows. So if we find somebody that can replace Ankun, that either has superior skill, or just plays for less money, it might be an option to sell Ankun. Oh, now the 40-year-old wants to come in for a trial. Okay. I don't know why I offered a trial to this striker. He can go to the under-21s immediately. Yeah, he doesn't belong in our squad. Elliot Richards, on the other hand, seems like he likes to pass the ball at least. Also has some crossing. We'll keep him around for now. And this one... Is he still an international? Not sure. He has good finishing, but apparently he's 1m73. True. And we do not have a scouting package, so I need to do it manually. That is true. Transfer window's open, so I guess this thing is on. Okay. So... we do stick to Asia for now, though. On the other hand, there is this weird occurrence. This is the second Welsh guy that just came up. You know what? I have made some good experience with Welsh players recently. Not only in this save, but also in the Indonesian phase of the last Football Manager installment. So maybe we can have a look at their under 18 and under 19s team. And find out if there's a player in here that is useful. Oh, cool. They might not be under contract after all. Or they might be, who knows. Probably too many, and, you know, 90% will be like, what the hell, go away! I do not want to deal with you. Charlie Savage, at the age of 22. Well, with that name, obviously we need to sign him. Player called Savage. Yeah, sometimes. So I'll start with Wales now. These are Wolves players. Partially at least, some of them are. There was one with Liverpool. I think we will end up with 0, won't we? Yeah. Also, Diego hurt himself. Good that we don't pay him anymore. So, nobody from Wales is interested. So, another nation, Northern Ireland, maybe. Northern Ireland is also a very proud footballing nation and not exactly known for high quality. I hope there's nobody from Northern Ireland in here. If you are, sorry. But in FM it's true. I did. His name is Lee McManamy. True. He's Northern Irish. Also fairly susceptible to injury. So, I guess... I don't know. He's 20 years old. He's too young to have fought in the streets, I guess. No, I don't think so. And, well, to be frank, I think it's unlikely that he will. I brought him in on a permanent basis because he develops, for now. Because he was somewhat cheap, and despite the fact that he's highly susceptible to injury. So we will need to be very careful with him. Okay. I will mark all of that as red. There's nothing useful in here, is it? Choo Choo hangs up boots. Bye, Choo Choo. Now, he works as a scout for us, which is great. Who are you? Okay. Okay. I don't think we need him right now. Thank you very much. Can we finally get rid of Lee Choi Kin? Where are you? There is a transfer window right now. What's going on? Oh. Does it need to be a transfer window with Hong Kong under 23s? They play Hong Kong Premier League. Rules. Where's the transfer windows? You can't read it, can you? There we are. 16th of July. So... that's the wrong year. That's the wrong year. 15th of July to Monday of 6th in October. So... we would be able to send him back in 15 days, 16 days, 17 days. Yeah, 17 days. If that theory is correct. I'm not sure about it. We'll see. Otherwise, we will need to keep him. But the amount of players in the squad decreased quite a lot. Does it have a positive impact on? No, not at all. In fact, club atmosphere went down. Why is that? Oh yeah, we don't have a leader anymore. Because I just got rid of Chuchu. But he wouldn't have played anyway. Somebody needs to step up. I guess it's Dort. Holy shit. That will be fun. Let's throw them in the under 21s, won't we? So, 8 bench spots. Well, that makes selection for the defensive department rather easy. Probably not Amran though. Then there's either Abba or Rusty. Yeah, it must be related to their transfer window though. Alright, let's have a look. So Abba didn't develop. Did Rusty? Yeah, negatively. Cool. Neither of them did anything to warrant being around the squad. 6.65 and 5 appearances. Aber 6.6 in 5 appearances. That's... You can barely fit a sheet of paper between these two ratings. Let's compare them. Which one shall we keep as a ball-winning midfielder? Any preference? Well, I think I have one. But I want to hear your opinions first. So... Fair. That's a good argument. My problem with that is it's the only argument, right? I mean, I guess his marking's better too. And overall, the mentals are not that bad. He has 4 points of positioning though. And on top of that, Mudrazin, Siasvan, Rusdis. So that's, yeah, the passing. I was going for that too. Because 4 points of passing on Abba is pretty bad. I think Abba will depart. He's inconsistent. Abba is considered to be a consistent player. I'll do it anyway. Yeah, it is, but he will not play in the senior squad anyway. We'll bring Rusty, throw Abba out of the squad. And I strictly do this for morale reasons. I want to play them more. I want for those that play to develop. Sure. Well done. Yeah, and I think a tighter squad is probably a good idea. Okay. Players removed from the short list. Badrul Hisham. This is another Badrul Hisham, by the way, not to be confused with ours. Yeah. Thank you. Not that interested in him. I do like this one somewhat, but 2 points of strength. Don't know. What? Oh, this is the under-19s that played Sarawak. Sure. 14 suggestions, though. Because it's a friendly. Do we need to play anyone in the friendly? So we still need to bring 2 wingers, I guess. Baru has 7 points of finishing. So if worst comes to it, I will be okay with playing him as a shadow striker. That's a similar argument here. RC's finishing is 6. So I will bring Baru, for sure. And somebody for the left. Given the tactical setup, maybe Harsey. Also, I think we can deal with team talk. You know, the regular one where you assemble everyone in the meeting room and you're like, your performances have been shit and you should feel shit, or something like that. They should probably feel shitty. Let's be precise. Okay. Team meeting. There isn't a suitable reason. Well, I think our performances are a suitable reason, but if you say so. So I guess we need to deal with them one by one again. He didn't play in the last 2 matches. He did. Passing was good, we can praise that, right? Or not. I think they lost the match facing Sarawak, so yeah. Zakaria didn't have any great killer balls. Can't really do anything about that though. Let's just go to the match. I don't want to deal with that again. I really don't want to. So the opposition plays some sort of pressing system. And we will need to come up with a solution. Given that Dot is on the pitch though, that means that we can out-jump this guy. And this one for sure. So we will tell Dot to be close to Modashavi Mod Yakin, yes? But first, there was something I wanted to do in general here. Was it the crosses towards target forward or something? That's on. There's something that always comes up in every single match with the crosses. We want them to stop crosses because we concede all the time with those. Squad numbers need to be given. Sure, have number 8, Mr. Nizam. You can have number 11. We'll submit those. That's fine. Everybody's registered, so that's fine too. These players... I don't know about Christopher. Shall we play him immediately? Nah. That would be too easy. You guys, though, you can play in the under-19s match tomorrow. In the next match, you can have 90 minutes, I don't care. Everybody's on the heavy match load. Would be great. Don't do that. Then again, all of these need sharpness. So you know what? I'll gamble. If one of you gets hurt, we will find a replacement. I am very prone to doing way too many opposition instructions and specific instructions. So, we will do the opposite today. We will do a really low amount of opposition instructions. I will limit myself to the really obvious ones. He says. And then I will probably do the opposite, but still, I will try. There's not much that comes up here. The passing is dangerous and the crossing is dangerous. Whilst he has low composure and low first touch. So an argument can be made to close him down, I think. To trigger the press on him, right? That's a thing. He has good first touch. He's rather pacey. Crossing is 9, passing is 9. Somewhat dangerous. I don't know what to do about it though. Other than we could trigger the press on him too, but I think in his case it's much more worthwhile. So in comparison, I think I will not do that. Or let the player decide, really. He runs with the ball down right. His off the ball movement is a bit off, as the other ones. That's the same, but he's the better passer, the other one has better vision. I don't know. Low dribbling, low bravery, low strength. How is he? Better. So we will tackle him hard. I don't know about the rest. We could mark him tightly, but I think our players will probably press them anyway. Fozzy. Passing's bad. Well, for this level, I guess it's acceptable. Still, not great. I would go with hard tackles here, but it's not that low, so I won't do that. Mamat gets forward whenever possible, so that's interesting. He is played in a supporting or defensive role as far as this formation goes, right? He still tends to go forward. So as a result, there should be room behind him. And we have a player out there that can exploit that on attack duty. In theory, at least. I'm not sure what to do about him in general. Passing's a bit low. I really don't know. Sorry for the yawning. Yakin. So, in Yakin's case, I think an argument can be made that he should be marked tightly. Due to the high passing, there's also a case for a tight mark to be made by Dort. Because Dort wants to be close to the player that can't jump. Let's have a look at Dort. Dort's vision is fine, his passing is fine, his flair is okay. He can play risky passes, actually. I didn't expect that, but that's a thing. More direct? I don't know. I probably don't need to have that. And his tackling is 6. So, contrary to what we are trying to achieve right now, I guess I would want him to time the tackle. His finishing is low, his long shots are bad. So, his long shots are 8. I want him to shoot less often despite being a striker today. I'd rather for him to retain possession, maybe get a set piece. That's not a bad idea, I think. Or just time the shot. Be careful when to shoot. Him? Sadly, he's a good parser too. What does it say here? We should trigger the press on him. Oh, okay, his first touch is very low, so that's true. I guess we can do that. I will follow with this. That's fine. The assistant manager is always right. And him? It's not really bad. His jumping reach is 1. What's our left winger's jumping reach? Far post headers are a thing. His jumping reach is 7. So what we could do, obviously, is... Was it the left one? Yeah. What we could do, obviously, is cross all the balls towards Summary instead of Dot. Then again, Dot has 14 points of jumping reach. Now we just need to find out if it's still high. So that will remain there. Any other ideas? Anyone? I'm looking at my own picture. Doesn't make sense. Any other ideas? Alright. Well, in that case... Well, I don't think so, no. Also, well, I guess everyone here has as much of a clue as I do. So, some ideas, but not exactly the authority in terms of, you know, perfect knowledge of Football Manager stuff. I tend to learn a lot, and I guess that will continue for another 20 years or something. Straight until Alzheimer's disease takes me. Yeah, true. So he's unsure, he's hesitant, he's unsure. We will try to ease the pressure. That was a good idea. So now, I guess I need to look at the players again. He relishes big matches. So, we tell him, I will continue this theme. We increase the pressure on him. Nizam is new. He doesn't like big matches. I will cautiously encourage him. Cautiously, is this right? Yeah. There you go. No impact. Carrier. Carrier hates big matches. No, where's cautiously? Here. We have faith in you, Carrier. Jeffrey. Jeffrey... don't know. In fact, we should probably just collect. Mazrin. Doesn't like big matches either. Ankun. Ankun enjoys big matches. So, Ankun gets increased pressure. Hammer gets increased pressure. Nazaruni doesn't. Ankun, Hammer. Okay, Ankun and Hammer it is. Ankun, Hammer, point finger. We need to perform. And the rest gets an additional bunch of encouragement. Cautiously. No impact whatsoever. Alright. Remember when I said that I will not need to do another ad break previously? According to the scheduler, it says I lied. So, I don't know. Twitch tells me I need to. Because otherwise there will be an ad break in the middle of the match. I don't want that. So... you know, I don't know. Turn around, close your ears for 30 seconds. I'll be back. I wasn't aware that there's a superhero named Maya. Whatever that is. Is it a bee? There's a bee in Germany that's called Maya. Mies probably can sing you a song about it. If he grew up with it, which, you know, might be a thing. It's just a human. Huh. Well, to be fair, it is a... well, I think it is a pretty nice name. Maya. Could be way worse. Exactly that one. I will not sing it though. Definitely not. Not even with a 5-0 in this match.
Thanks for listening to my TED Talk.
You should Google it. The song? Alright, for you. That's it. I think it's by Karl Gott or something. It's really old at this point. This is my calling. I should have been a humming musician. I wouldn't make it as a musician. You gotta be kidding me! In minute 1! What are you doing, Jeffrey? Okay, it's great. He will play as a central defender, I guess. Yeah, fantastic. I cannot sub off the central defender like in minute 1. That's one of theirs. Okay, which one? We will care about the free kick afterwards. Which one is it? It says Abu Khalil. I can barely read this, sorry. Abu Khalil is a midfielder. Abu Khalil is this one. Central midfielder that has somewhat reasonable passing and vision, but really low tackling. I don't know, maybe he... Thanks, man. That's great. Also, thank you very much for putting it into the general chat. It seems the fact that I posted in the Hobo to Hero channel, it promotes using that channel for other saves, apparently. It's a banger, yeah. Well, for a very different definition of banger, though. Masrin with the corner. That won't help. Don't do anything stupid, guys. Could you come out and claim that damn ball, Mochalil? Really. Encourage him. Yep. It's probably copyright free at this point, I'm not sure. I'd rather not risk it. Well, what a pity. Some medical assistance. Usman. This is a 24-year-old. I can hardly read this. For somebody that has problems with green and red, this is horrible as a combination. He does have really good dribbling though. So if he remains on the pitch, I think we will ease off tackles with him. I should have done that earlier. I hate it. "20 minutes. We made it to the 20-minute mark without conceding. That is very much a positive. Jeffrey. Just retain it. That's not retaining it. Well, to be fair, you were going for dot, which is the way it is instructed. Close him down, that's not enough. Oh, we're also doing positive football, by the way, did you notice? I forgot putting it... I forgot to put it to defensive. And now we probably need to keep it. Yeah. I think I will go defensive, though. For the next few minutes. You know, shutting them down, maybe that works. Looking for Mamat. And yes, we are happy to defend now. If we can restrict them like this, maybe we can restrict them even more now. Summary. Oh, that went straight into the defender, sadly. It looked destined for net. Osman with a cross. Nizam, nice header. That's what happens if Badrul Hisham doesn't play. We will encourage everybody again. You can do better. At least the results elsewhere go our way. It seems. Dot's header was fine, just a way misplaced. On the other hand, if we can defend this one too. Osman with a floated header, floated cross. The header came afterwards. Well, we could. I just don't like balanced. Wow! Deflects the crossbar. Hammer. And I do not like balanced because usually either the club is really good and that wasn't offside. Wow. Going back to the argument. So, I just feel like there's always an appropriate mentality for a situation. And balanced rarely is it. I rarely am in the situation that I play with a middle-of-the-road club. Well, Mod Jalil's performance so far is fine. Going defensive, though, didn't really help, did it? I think we invite too much pressure this way. I'll go back to positive. Not sure if it's a good idea, but I will do it. Sad. Who's my mat, by the way? We should probably know. Thank you. Mamat is the left back. Their left back has 12 points of tackling, 8 points of positioning. He's rather fast. I still think it's worth it. So we will go down the right, focus down the right, and hope that we can maybe sacrifice Mamat to a second yellow card. That was close. Period. Zakaria loses the ball. Take it off him. He doesn't. Saw that coming. Not the fact that it went past the goal, but I saw the shot coming. Okay, so it doesn't really look like we stand any chance so far. Zakaria. Ahmad Nizam is new. Ankun. Zakaria again. Ankun. Ahmad Nizam. We told him to go down the right. Hammer. Ankun. 1, 2, 3, 4 players. So there must be a spare position somewhere on the pitch. Problem is, Ankun's vision is 12, I think, or 11, but it's not like he doesn't have eyes in the back of his head, sadly. The idea was fine. Seems like we lose a lot of balls in midfield, though, due to these passes. Well done, Jeffrey. Counter-attack? No counter-attack. We'll also increase the tempo and do the passing directness a bit more, I think. Maybe a bit more direct passing gives us a chance or two. And also the higher tempo, obviously. Why don't you claim it? Hammer. There's the cross. Summary. That we knew that he has 7 points of jumping reach and the other one has 1. This is a home match. This is for 5 minutes. Let's try. You want more? Works on some of them. Ankun with the corner. No header by Jeffrey, sadly. What the hell, Summary? What are you doing? Ankun. Still good passing. That's not too bad. The idea was nice. I liked it. Hammer. Come on, run with it. He doesn't. That's a good pass. Is this a penalty? To me, this is a penalty. Well done. Yeah, together we can. So, what do you say for now? I think given the recent results, this is a positive. Yeah. I think so too. And I think they need some confidence. So I will actually tell them they've done well overall, which was probably a bit much. So maybe we can criticize those that are 6.6 or below. Yeah, so we save break, right? That's not a bad idea. Bakrulas definitely want to play here. He'll be fine. He doesn't know how to tackle either, so that's okay. Individual talks. Let's get back at this. So the 6.6ers though, or below, I think we can probably criticize them. That worked. And for the rest of them, I think some cautious encouragement is in order. Fakrula too. That even works for him. Okay, so yeah. We also need to keep the fact at the top of our head that Dort is highly susceptible to injury and needs to make it through 4 matches. So we might need to play Grandpa. Off to a great start. Well done, Zakaria. But losing the ball like this by Fakrula, I didn't like that. We did tell them to play out of defense there. Maybe we should do long goal kicks. Well intercepted. That's not bad, Mazrin. Samri cuts inside and loses the ball immediately. I should have subbed him off too. Well blocked. So I think we'll do some encouragement here for everyone. Well, it worked on most of them, with the exception of Dot. He's frustrated by the feedback for whatever reason. Close. We are really lucky. We do have more possession though, for some reason. Well done, Mazrin. Come to think of it, this didn't create anything, did it? So forget about it. Work ball into the box probably helps us with all of the possession. Let's forget about that. We distribute to the target forward now. We have one with 14 points of jumping reach. I'm willing to take the gamble. Maybe a ball skips past the defender or something. It is a really, really inappropriate way to play pretty football, but I don't care about prettiness. Kick it long or not. Team instruction also, the assistant manager said to include floated crosses. That's not a bad idea. We have a very tall striker after all. So that makes sense. Long ball distribution. Long ball distribution towards Todd. Doesn't win the header. But we retain possession. Ankun, that's not a good pass. They close him down too much. This is where all of this shit's coming from. So we play even more direct passing and very high tempo. How do we get the players to make a decision faster? High tempo, right? We might need to get back to the... Why would you do that? Yeah, that's better. From a tempo perspective. They might misplace one now here and there. But I'd rather for the long ball to be played towards the opposition than to be lost here in Zacharia's position. Not bad. This might just work. Or not. Well done, Zakaria. Sadly, we don't keep the ball. Now we're in trouble. Come on, close him down. That's not closing him down, that's really bad. Oh. Well, Motjalil certainly has a good match today. For now. Expected goals against is 1.76, so that's bad. Motjalil is there to claim the ball though. I don't know what happened. Maybe he realized that we throw players out of the club if they don't perform. That or we got really lucky. Zacharia's long ball was a nice idea. Gotta give him that. Again. Well done, summary. At least something. Anyone's got any ideas? This Ahmad Nizam looks a bit tired. There's no central defender on the bench anymore. We do have a ball-winning midfielder. That said, despite Zacharia's struggles, he doesn't look like he's the worst right now on the pitch. And it's the same for him, really. I think I will sub off summary. What's available? So... thought is within thought. Pensive. Pensive? Pensive, I guess, in English. I didn't know that this is a word. You stole it from the French. I guess Hammer, despite being motivated, doesn't really pull off much, so Baru might be an option. Or Harsey on the other wing. But all of these are nervous, with the exception of Baru. We could also... You know what? Yeah. I'll do that. That is absurd and I will do it. Let's do something weird. So Baru knows how to dribble. He knows how to run with a ball. And he has some sort of a finish. Probably ease off tackles. I don't think. None of this. I think. Damn it. So let's have a look again. Passing is shit on him, so that's true. Less shooting is also fine. I want him to dribble with the ball and, well, get into a goal-scoring position. Where he can knock off a finish, but late. So I'd rather discourage him from finishing. I want him to run more. That's pre-instructed anyway. Cut inside with the ball is, well, he has a strong right foot, so that makes sense. Tackling is shit on him, so that is perfectly fine. Cross towards target forward is a no-brainer here. I'll do that. Anything else? Well, Badrul Hisham seems not a good morale. But I still think it makes sense to bring him on at some point. The other guy seemed to struggle defensively, so maybe a bit better condition helps. It's unlikely though. Yeah, have a good time, and thank you very much for joining and keeping us company. You're welcome back anytime. Next regular stream is on Friday. But, you know me at this point. Maybe I'll do one in between. Cheers, man. Have a good evening. Don't do anything stupid. That's great. That's actually really great, or not. They made a sub. Who came on? Who came off? They subbed on Kim Min Kyu. Somewhat fast, good dribbler. Low bravery, low strength. Close him down, maybe? I do not see much else here. And we just need to close him down to basically not give him enough time. But he has good composure and stuff. That'll be hard. Does he have a weaker foot? Yeah, I guess he's a left-footed guy, so we show him to the inside, which I really hate already. But what can you do? It's probably a wrong decision. Hammer. Come on, do something useful. That is useful, yes. No! It reminds me of Stuttgart yesterday. They had a chance like this too. Looked like the shot had the angle of a pass. Long ball towards Dort doesn't work. Zakaria wins the heading duel though. Nazarudin loses the ball. Baru on the left wing now. As intended. It didn't work, but it was as intended. Who's Yakin? Whatever happens here. Central defender. They seem to be in some sort of trouble sometimes. Okay. It really is sometimes though. I will demand more now. Minute 66. We are at home. Let's give him hell. That's not bad. Dort's ball isn't bad either. Baru still has some pace in him. That's a corner. Nice. Let's go, guys. Apparently, my very encouraging demand more shout didn't go well. Nazarudin. Well played. Ankun, Zakaria, we lose the ball again. That said, we do retain possession. And we still waste time. A lot. So, I would still take a draw. I'm just thinking maybe we score one on accident. Might happen. That's not bad either. Oh, Hammer. You could have skipped past him. Or... Yes, this is perfect. This is exactly what we needed. This is fantastic. Perfect. Exactly what I wanted. Goodbye, Mr. Yakin. It was nice knowing you. So they subbed a few players. Now I would definitely take a win too. And actually, in fact, they subbed one player. They brought on a central defender without any jumping reach. Yeah, they did. So Dot can still mark specifically Mr. Abdullah, I think. We'll keep him there. Sure. He'll do that. Is Abdullah... Yeah, well, I guess his passing is fine. So, confirm that. And let's hope that we can pile on the pressure now. I also think the more direct passing can go off, right? They will have a hard time pressing us now. So, I will take that off and put the tempo to slightly higher to have better decisions. He's on the bench, but he got hurt. Holy fuck, Baru. Oh. So Grandpa is available. But once we bring off Dot, we do not have a jumper on the on the pitch anymore. I'm not sure if this is the way we want to do things. And we definitely need to focus down the wings. Looking at this formation, we want to stretch them as wide as possible. Minute 73. Let's wait for the end of this scene. Badrul Hisham. Baru could win the header. Baru does win the header. No, not bad. We can do this. We can absolutely do this. This would be really vital. Still going for the clock, by the way. As it said here. Which, I guess a point in the end would still be somewhat fine. That didn't work. Okay. Zakaria is exhausted. Ankun will be exhausted. Just look at their mental state. What are we to do? Rusty for Zakaria. I will not change formation, by the way. I will not do that. This seems... We need to be able to defend this. Even against 10 men. It is important. Rosty's apprehensive. This is... We still have an additional stoppage. So I will keep it like this in case somebody else is exhausted. No pressure didn't help. I should have encouraged him. I think apprehensive is the talk that goes along with encourage. Well, that's useless. Good for us. Ankun takes a free kick. Nazarudin. Ankun again. Rusty. This is a good idea, yes. Hammer. Luck shot. Straight into their heart. How undeserved can you win a match? Can we get it over the finish line? Can we get this thing done? That wasn't a good finish. That's a goalkeeper's mistake. You cannot tell me that this is deserved. The pass by Rusty though, he just came on and he gained an assist immediately.
Oh,
Indeed.
yeah.
Obviously they will commit now. For what that is. So there's 5 minutes to go. I could go defensive, but I think I want to keep on the pressure. Ankun is nervous now. Ankun is probably tired. So I do not have a central defender. I do not think I want to replace Mazren with Rosti, given that he's apprehensive. So I guess it's McManamy for Ankun. I might regret this. On the other hand, I want to give him an odd minute or two here and there. The alternative would be Dort and Azamudin or something, but I don't think that's needed. There we go, that worked. Okay, so if they're nervous, you gotta relax them, and if they're apprehensive, you gotta encourage them. Is this how it works? That's too easy. Baru, Dort, Dort. Well played by Dort. Mazarin. Yeah, where's the pass? There's no pass apparently. There's a cross though. We take corners, that's fine. Will I praise them for one goal? Don't think so. Johor DT are doing their thing with KR Rovers. Doesn't matter to us as long as we win. This is lucky. Really, really lucky so far. Kerry wins the header. Nazarudin not taking the shot. Baru taking the shot. That would have been deserved. For him. Dort. That long ball ends up with Mazrin. Sure, waste some time. Mochalil managed to get back from his 6.9 rating to 6.7 somehow. Bajrul Hisham, nice combination. Nazarudin, put it on the inside, he doesn't. Hammer, Rusdi. Rusdi could have crowned his wonderful assist with an additional goal. It's just a corner though. Feels like we finally created chances. Well, seems like he wants a yellow card. Dodd with the header? No? Okay, that's fine. Just retain possession. Mazarin again. Doesn't retain possession. Holy shit, Rusty. I just praised you. That'll teach me. Mazarin, Baru, is this offside? No. Baru runs wide. Baru cuts inside. There's a floated cross. Dort hits the post. Ouch! That was probably the best chance of the match. For us, that is. Didn't get it though. 5 minutes. Waste another 30 seconds. Please. Or don't. Nazarudin, Mazrin, McManamy, Mazrin, McManamy again. Tries to run, that's a bad idea. Is he instructed not to dribble? He should be. He is instructed not to dribble. No instruction on the goal scoring though. Goal kick. 4 minutes. Does not seem like they commit much. Forward. Are they trying to bait us somewhere? Or somehow? Yeah, okay. We did lose the ball here. You know, McManamy, you are allowed to defend too. That's dangerous. Carrier. Hammer. Ozzy picks up the ball. Hazard doesn't pick up the ball. What am I doing? That's not bad. Baru does keep possession. Rusty McMenemy Hammer. Yeah, it was offside. Okay, I'll try it. 3 minutes, brace. It's 1 goal only. Yeah. It's fine, guys. Just keep going. Carrier, please don't concede a corner. That's okay. That's okay too. McMenemy with a lackluster pass, sadly. Nice tackle though this time. He must have heard me. Amr loses the ball. Fawzi, Mohammad. An angled low cross. No problem. 2 minutes to go. Dot, Baru, McMenemy. Was offside anyway. Seemed like a nice combination though. Alright. Alright. We win. I mean, I guess that's fine. You gotta take him. We did. This is the worst sticker I ever did, isn't it? Or maybe the best, depending on the perspective. I will need to look now. Alright. This is Charonullet's personal stream stickers statistics, if I can find it. Give me a second. Let's see. There should be some sort of statistic somewhere. Which one got used the most? Oh. I'm not sure if I can find it. No, I can't. Sorry, I thought there was a statistic. I wanted to share, but I don't know. The To The Moon sticker might not be #1. I'm not sure. There might be some sort of if I can help it or seriously sticker that is still #1. That said, To The Moon is probably way up there. So thank you very much for that, Journal. What do we do here? It was a great win. They need the confidence. They really, really, really need the confidence. And I will not complain about anyone here. Let them enjoy it for now. It's 3 points, and these 3 points see us to 8th spot, and Kelantan are behind us. Now, I don't know if this is deserved. Well, in fact, I think I do know. It is not deserved. Then again, we fought until the end, and, well, we didn't concede. We got lucky. We had a goalkeeper that actually did something useful for a change. So, yeah, 3 points it is. Okay. There's also the weekend training as a review. Schedule says... I cannot read it this way. That's not much better. So... we will have a 3-month break now. With nothing but friendlies, maybe. So I guess I will just ask you. What do you guys think? Shall we continue for a week or two? Move forward a little bit. Probably not make it to the match versus Sabah. Then again, this game skips forward pretty fast now. On the other hand, I want to do some scouting here. Transfer window's open, so maybe hang out for another hour and find out about, well, what's available to us, right? So I think I will do this, yeah, in case you guys still have time. So let's do that. And first though, I will go on a bathroom break, and I'll be back in a minute. BRB. Hello, guys and girls, probably guys only, come to think of it. I get weird messages sometimes. Alright, let's talk to the players about their training performance, won't we? So, Jeffrey's the one that got the yellow card last match. That's not a training performance, but we took him off in minute 45. That wasn't good. On the other hand, as long as he trains well, plays well, so who am I to judge? And I really dislike the fact that he's very susceptible to injury, otherwise he would be a great addition to the squad, despite his slowness. Zakaria is also pretty good. We should have done that prior to the match, shouldn't we? Too late now, the match is won. We can't influence it anymore. Oh, well. This is all fine though. McMenemy. Oh. Well, look at the increase in work rate. That's not bad. Harsey, he didn't play. Maybe I should have played Harsey instead. Mazrin did. An average performance at best. Thank you very much, Mr. Stream Sticker Spot. Spot, not Spot. Safri didn't make an appearance, Badrul Hisham did. Baru played on the other wing though. Doesn't matter. I think it's not the worst idea to give him an alternative option on the left wing. We should probably do stuff like this more often in case we think it's needed. Just give the player some flexibility. Yeah, now, well, Grandpa, as we call him, didn't play, so there's not much to say. Didn't replace him last week. Oh. 7 dribbles, one shot to win 3 points. All of them. I like the fact that he scored, so we can definitely praise him for that. Good job, sir. Yes, thank you, Confucius. Finally being really proud of an own player. It's good. Also, Rusty did get the assist. His passing was fine, and that one pass was fantastic. He doesn't care though, for some reason. Ahmad on it. Who the hell is Ahmad? Okay. Oh, that might be. Go away! I will try to improve things. Playing him as a central defender. I won't, but it doesn't matter anymore. He'll start complaining again in, I don't know, 2 months or something. Maybe in a month. At this point, the season will be more or less over, hopefully. That or we just play Jeffrey as a central defender one match. I probably won't, though. Is he really in such a bad form? Did I see that correctly? He has been extremely poor in the last few games. What's extremely poor about this? I disagree. Maybe in the last competitive matches. Maybe that's it. Alright. Transfer business. So, question. We did throw out a few players. We did also get a few players. We will still get... Great. Well, we will get McManamy. He'll sign for 70. And I think we pay him 95. So, that's money, but it's not that much in comparison to the rest of the squad. Let's compare him to Abba. No, not Abba. Abba's gone. Rosti. Rosti's the wrong one. That's the right one. Rusty, of course. It's Rosti and Rusty. Highly confusing. I want to compare him. And him. I'm looking at this. Chua Chingye. Doesn't look that bad. At least in aggregate. He is a bit older, sadly. As a ball-winning midfielder. His marking's better. He does like aggression. He does have 14 points of leadership though. That is definitely a plus. Strength is similar. Agility and pace, he's a bit lower. He has 5 points of jump and reach instead of 3. It's more or less a wash, isn't it? There's not much of a difference between the two. There is a difference though for me. And that is, we could sign him. Assuming we can pay him 30 euros a week. Which I do not think will happen, but assumed we can do that. We could sign him and give playing time to him, so his value would increase. Rusty's value, if it increases, only works for Kuala Lumpur. And they have an option on him too, so we will not buy him. Not anytime soon. he is also considered to be a fairly consistent performer. And I like this in my squad in general. Balanced, media friendly. Let me bring up a personality calculator. If I find it. There it is. So let's see. This is not a new gen. Media handling is media friendly. There it is. He's balanced, which is not that impressive. We know he's a real player, not a new gen. He's 21 years old now. Determination is 6. And his leadership is 14. Which makes him a player with 5 to 14 ambition, 1 to 8 controversy, that's positive. Low determination, as we see. An important matches attribute of 1 to 18, so median is 8. Leadership is obviously 14. Loyalty is 7 to 14, which is rather good. Median is 11, so he's not illoyal. Pressure is 4 to 14, so that looks like it's substandard, but again, median is 11. Professionalism, 7 to 14. That is fairly high. Median is 11 though, but it's unlikely that he will be unprofessional. Sportsmanship is 2 to 14. That might be low. And his temperament is rather high, 8 to 20. I'm not sure if... Great. Yeah, it is inverse to what one would assume. Temperament as an attribute is a positive. They will be calmer on the ball and on the pitch. So the assumption here is he's somewhat professional and he's somewhat loyal, as well as has good temperament. I had a look at it, 4K or something. They doubled the wages, basically back to the level that we were previously. That said, I do not trust the promise of my employer here. But we can have a look, sure. It should be somewhere in here, right? Wage budget for next season, where is it? Oh, next season's wage budget not agreed upon, or not available. But I think there was one, I saw it somewhere. Vision supporters, maybe? No, that doesn't make sense. I think I saw it somewhere. But maybe that was a scouting budget. Yeah. Well, what do you think about the player, though? He's a bit on the smaller side. What money? Oh, we spend it on stuff. And also, where did all the money go? So, this season, $80K on staff wages, 45K on player wages. So the staff wages. This is, I think, is a primary concern. I hired way too much staff that is qualified, and well, they want money. The travel costs, though, are at 21K halfway through the season. So that'll be double last season. Staff wages too. Player wages are not up there yet. Match day expenses are lower. Bonuses, that still takes a while. Other expenses, the other category with 30k is also not that low. I would have hoped for less. We paid some loyalty bonuses. And, well, the rest of it barely matters, right? So, ground maintenance. They didn't give us a new pitch just yet, apparently. The director gets money. Income, on the other hand, looking at this, look at gate receipts last season. All of the friendlies facing Sarawak all of a sudden don't pay 10k anymore. We get 2k for them now. And that's the biggest concern. So we don't make money from them anymore. Not really. Fundraising is more, though. That might make up for it. For whatever reason. I guess we get bribed by the state. I don't know. TV revenue is higher. A lot. That helps. This is primarily in the league, though. Well, unsurprisingly, we got thrown out of the rest. The income for corporate facilities seems to have declined. Not sure why that is. There might just be some randomness. And apparently, loan income? Oh yeah, we loaned out Diego. Sure. So there's small-scale money coming in for Diego, obviously, yes. Sponsorship income is the same. Other income is similar. And we did sell a player, apparently. Whom? I don't know. That might still be Willy or something. Well, you still didn't answer my question about the player, though. Where is he? So, I had a rant on the attribute profile. The hidden attribute profile. What do you think, Mies? Any opinion on that? Thanks. Sorry, man. I didn't read that. My bad. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes I'm too too focused on the game. I think it's twofold. There's how do I put this? There's the issue with quality. Players like Mod Jalil or Elbok Chuckstel, at least on paper, or Norman Ankun, obviously, at least on paper, they are good enough to play in the league. This is also true for Nizam, at least according to Confucius, right? So that's fine. There's players that aren't good enough, like Jeffrey, Carrier, I don't know, Hammer. Too early to tell. 13 games left. And we are in 8th spot right now. I mean, I guess we need approximately 0.6 points less per game than Perak and PDRM, or something like that, if you want to put it like this. So there is a difference now, and it's notable, but it's not enough to be sure of anything just yet. That obviously counts in the other direction too. Look at Johor DT. I do not expect to end up there, but if it happens, I will not complain. The other perspective I have on this is look at the amount of lone players. That's 12 lone players, one is destined to be thrown out, so that would be 11 lone players afterwards. 11 out of a squad of 22. I did. I did, with the exception of Lee Choi-kin. I did. Yeah, I should probably explain. The reason why I am so... Yeah, that would be an idea, sure. The reason why I reflect on this, or maybe not reflect on this, I'm hesitant now to skip the opportunity to sign the player, because I think we have the opportunity to bring in somebody in defensive midfield that can still do replacement for Zakaria, will probably not complain. He's on a similar level as Rusty. Transfer window's open. And whilst being fairly susceptible to injury, he's a younger player and we can give playing time to somebody that might increase in market value whilst being on the pitch for us. We also know that he's most likely, well, his professionalism is 7 to 17, I think. What was it? It's 7 to 14. So in aggregate, he will have professionalism halfway there or better. Yes, but he wants... It's 35 to something. He's a steal, if this is correct. So for that amount of money, the argument isn't he's... how do I put this? If I get him for free, I might just get him at the end of the season anyway. But assuming I get him for free, and I can sign him for 35 or 40 or whatever, he gets paid more or less nothing. We know that he has borderline, well, no. We know, not for sure, but it's likely that he has good personality overall, which is rare. So I think he will develop somewhat, if he has any potential. And I think it will generate the amount we pay him in a transfer fee later on, say in 1.5 years. We might also just loan him out and let somebody else pay him and maybe even get a fee for it. So I think this might be good business. Depends. When? Oh, we can just... Yeah, sure. The problem is very important transfers is hard to determine. And I see it more from the perspective, a very important transfer would be a transfer that we can actually keep. So this is one that I think we can keep. Because the wage demand is really low, considering the amount of skill he provides. And it gives us the opportunity not to rely on a lone player next season, is what I'm going for. Now the question is, do we need him immediately? Or do we need him at the end of the season? So let's try this first. Yes, I know. I will actually force him into... No, this is not what I'm going for. I will try to force him into selling, or into contributing a little bit of his wage. We stand a chance, the way it is set up now, yes. So I'm more about... I might regret this, but I'm more about not spending too much on additional quality, but spending more on future potential. It makes sense. Now, obviously, if it goes hand in hand, cool. But I will not waste another 300 euros on a player, most likely. That must be a really good player for me to do that. They want 20k for him. Fuck off. Give him to me for free. Okay. Then we won't, and we will sign him at the end of the season, no problem. See? Things can be so easy. It says here 35 to 45. I will go with breakthrough prospect. I think that's fair. And he was 85. And that's way above his minimum wage, sadly. And I think this is not worth it. Like, I contemplated this transfer for a while now, but this is too much. Yeah. Sadly, we will need to wait. Oh, he's on the shortlist already. So I'm interested, but I can't sign him. Rosalie, on the other hand... But that's more than a bit off, isn't it? Don't think I want him. There is a long injury on elbow chuck still, right? But he'll be out for 5 to 8 weeks now. And the next match is in... One, two, three... In 4 weeks. We have... Theoretically... So this match he will not be available. Well, there is no match here. So he might be available there. Or here. But against Perak FC, we have a chance to have him on the bench again. So as a result, I think Elbak Chucksdale doesn't necessarily need a replacement. Not for 1.5 matches. Now obviously, if he continues to hurt himself, we have a problem. But... that is a good idea. That is a very good idea. Like him. In this case, though, they all want him for the potential. And I'm not sure if I want to give this goalkeeper a contract. I don't necessarily hate him, but he doesn't train well. And he does play in the under-21s, so... I don't know. Diego's hurt. Which reminds me that he will come back at some point. We'll try this. And given that I'm not sure if we need him right now, he needs to play. Something like this. In the under-19s. So these are not under-19 players. Abidin would be available for loan. Yeah, that's true. I can basically offer out everyone on loan. Okay. Maybe something comes in. I don't know. Kushin made an offer for Hamza. Who the hell is Hamza? Well, that is interesting, but we do not really need a player like this right now. And I think he's overrated. But it's fine. Seems like Dortmund will keep Sebastian Aller at least in this save. Yeah, well, in the case of Azamuddin, so the question is, do we need him? And I think I'd rather play a youth player than play him. At this point, he's just too expensive. So I would actually be willing to loan him out until the end of the season. As long as they cover his wages. I don't care about the playing time. But I can't. I cannot transfer him either. We're stuck with him. I think I've been here. So let's try something else. That doesn't work either. Alright, so we set him for release. There's a bunch of contracts expiring. Don't want to deal with that right now. Jeffrey is fined 1 day's wage, which is 0 for him. That's not good. So much for a good career. The overall balance, well, that's not good. We lost 10k this month. Most of this is lost on staff wages, I think. So either we fire some staff, or I don't know. What about scouting though? Do we need scouting at all? I guess that's a big question, isn't it? Well, that's pretty and all, but no. Look at that bunch of ones, no. No way. My biggest concern here is, do we want to waste money on scouting for players that we do not actually need? I don't think I want him. It's not for the age though. For the lack of quality. We have it more or less covered. No, that's at the end of the season, no problem. That too. That too. I just I just got a shock, but this is Lee McManamy. He's done already. He'll come and sign for us. These two will remain both apparently, if we do not throw one out. So yeah, I think we're done, more or less. Even in attacking midfield to a degree. Assuming the youngster stays, we are fine. Otherwise, an attacking midfielder would be a good idea, but I really don't want to waste an attacking midfielder's wage on somebody that doesn't play. We might as well play somebody from the youth team for the odd match. So, no scouting, and in case we get relegated, I'm to blame. I think I asked this before. Is there some sort of shorthand rule for how many points you need to not get relegated in a league like this? It's probably 30 or 35. Most likely 35. That's ways away though. Just imagine we still had 13 points. Then we would be straight. We would be in the relegation scrap at this point. Diego's injured. No offers for 10 players. So nobody wants to sign any of the loanees. None at all. Well, okay. Indiana 21's though Hamza is wanted. That said, I do not want to offer him a contract. I think 30 euros a week are too much for him. There's too many things in his attribute profile that I do not like. Yeah. And I won't. In fact, I do not pay you. You didn't train well. What's his target though? Let's just give him time. Please do. You did develop recently, for whatever reason. So they do not want Diego for now. What are you going on about? We did play him as an attacking midfielder. He is a squad player. Ah. We play him as a shadow striker, not as an attacking midfielder. Misunderstanding. Well, now training target is still not there. Okay, there's one friendly coming up versus Sarawak. We will not manage that. I think it's a good time to wrap up the stream though. We did get the win today. 3 points is always a positive. And I think it ended on a rather boring note. On the other hand, we realized that we probably do not need to do any emergency signings. And some of the staff might need to leave at the end of the season. We'll probably keep them around until then. But looking at the entirety of this wage budget, that or we try to renegotiate deals with them for lesser wages. Maybe that's a thing. Or maybe we find stuff that doesn't want to get paid like Chuchu. That might be a thing too. I don't know. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye.